The only Puff that I've played that's been good about DI is Two Saint and Jerry when he played Puff.
Yeah.
Hungrybox pretty much always has no DI, so I can just get forward throw to deathmatch. I don't know. So basically, what would you say that you're afraid of in this matchup from the Puff's perspective?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, so I'm terrified of rest.
Uh-huh.
I'm terrified to grab.
You're
Like,
terrified
I don't
to
know
grab.
how you grab.
Okay.
And like you get your kills off your grabs. And I mean, I know I'm supposed to be doing that guy. You know, don't cancel it.
Right? Yep.
I want to go over for like once and for all. You get on Reddit and it's like, she can crouch under the grab no matter what if she's in this animation. It's like, no, Marth can grab her no matter what. You just have to be in this position, and I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
I'm scared to get back aired.
Right.
I don't like getting drilled by air, especially if they can like grab out of it.
Sure.
Thank
you, Yamasaki.
And then
Good
I have
stuff.
no idea. I even
like
looked at
it.
the
Thank
hit
you.
frames of it because pound feels so weird, and I feel like I get unnecessarily hit by pound a lot.
Right. Okay. That's good. That's good to hear.
Because I hear pound is punishable, but then the hit frame looks so simple on it. It's the simplest hit frame ever. It's just a little
It
dot.
lunges a little farther at the end. Yeah. It has that extra little lunge.
Yeah, and I'm always like, oh, I'm safe here, and they're like that, right? It's
Yeah.
like she does it, and all of a sudden, then it snaps me, and it's
Yeah,
like, what
yeah,
the
yeah.
hell is that?
Right. Okay, cool. That's all good to hear. So I'm going to give you the rundown. Basically, what you're afraid of in this matchup is scrapping. So anytime a Puff gets close to you and is threatening this move,
I hate it.
up air, that's what you're afraid of, because that's gonna like break your jaw and open you up.
Yeah. Yes.
Then up tilt, any like empty land up tilt is what you're afraid of.
Yeah.
Pound, getting pound like that. So basically all of Puff's like scrapping tools. Now something like back air, I like to say that back air is like an illusion in this matchup, where it's not really that. Maybe at this percent it's more of a threat. Maybe not on Dreamland though. 'Cause look what happens when I hit you, right? It just resets, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
So you'll see
that
Puffs.
wasn't even DI.
Yeah, and you'll see Puffs just do this a lot, right? They'll try to like lull you into this like boredom or something, or like they're trying to get you to come in.
I don't get bored, so that's great.
Yeah, so this isn't gonna be the main threat. The threat is the instant she gets in and forces this situation or the scrapping situation. And you as Marth, you're okay playing the range game all day because Marth does amazing at that, especially at this percent, because you can rack up so much percent at low percent against Puff just from your area. So doing those like late single fares, it just walling
There's
out.
sometimes where like I go like this and she does a full jump and it hits me when I land. Does that make sense?
So,
back air.
Whiff punishes it. I see.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I whiff. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay,
that
so
happens.
You probably need a little more drift on your fair, just like leaning back.
Okay.
But that is a good. If they're whiff punishing it, that means you might not be acting out of your fair fast enough. Like you're like yeah. So I feel like that shouldn't be happening. Air to air is like Mars territory in this matchup. Like that's amazing.
Okay. So my mindset was more like the range is similar. I had the priority, but that she has the movement, so she can weave in and out, and so I can't do anything.
She can weave in and out, but like I said, back air, maybe at this percent fine, back air is actually a threat, right?
Yeah.
But if you're at 0, you can crash cancel it. You can just straight up tank it. You can avoid. You don't even. Most of the time, your goal again is to take center, right? Because from the center, you're gonna have a lot of aerial drift to move around, to dash back, everything. Same principles, right?
Okay.
Now, when she's doing this, there's no reason to challenge this or go in or like try to interrupt this. You're basically waiting for her to land, and that's when I get my grabs too, right? Is as soon as the Puff lands with a move or something and does that crouch, then I'm coming in, right? And they're gonna have to know the outplay to that, which is either spot dodge rest or well, we can get into those later, but like you said you're afraid to get grabs. When you play Puff, I want you to go for them as frequently as you can. Like
so let's talk. Like, when do I go for them? Like when she lands?
Right when she lands, yeah. So like,
is she not fast enough to do anything out of it? Like, can she dash out? Can she jab?
She can wave dash and try to grab me when I'm wave dashing. Okay, so you got it there, but it is supposed to be like when I'm wave dashing that you can't get like the dash grab.
The really low.
Right.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
or like spot dodging. But most puffs are just
He
gonna
dodged me once and rested me.
yeah, he's added that in recently. If you watch my most recent set with him, I just dash dance an extra length and then
I
like,
heard
punish him
you
for
weren't
it.
supposed to tech roll on a platform and he upbursts you because he can rest you off it. I tech straight up and he rested me.
He tech in place.
I teched in place and he jumped up on and rested me.
Yeah,
On FOD.
it's never
So
really
those
a
are a
good
little lower.
situation. Yeah.
So what if okay, so say if you grab me here and up throw me, what if I don't go to the platform? Like what if I go like if I aim to land here?
Yeah, that's great.
Can he do something from that?
No, he can't. So actually, just go to 0%. I want to show you something that a lot of Marths don't do. Is I'm gonna down throw you onto this platform. And I want you to because that's usually how he sets up for like the tech chase rest.
Okay.
I want you to just try to jump out of it before you hit the platform.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's you should never be getting arrested like that. And it's happened to me in tournament, and I'm like, why did that happen? But yeah, you can just jump out of that. So it's more rare that Marth will get down throwed into rest. It's more likely that this would happen.
Yeah.
Like yeah. And by the way, Hungry Box, my puff is probably like more likely to go for like those reaction tech chase rests because I really like resting. But
well, that's good. And I was going to ask you to actually. I was going to say that you rest me when you can, so I can learn like where the rest is coming from.
So every time you see me crouching like this, if you see me just abusing it, I want you to for your practice, I want you to get in the habit of going for that dash grab.
Okay, so when I see you doing that, I like try poking it.
That's fine too. Yeah, if it's low percent
but if you can get a grab, like
yeah,
you're telling me I can grab that.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And so I always see these puffs. You get so many freaking pivot tippers because they're DIing wrong.
They're DIing bad. Yes.
Why?
So,
why?
I don't
they
know.
don't do that to me. Why do to you?
The only puff that I've played that's been good about DI is Two Saint and Jerry when he played puff.
Yeah.
Hungrybox pretty much always does no DI, so I can just get forward throw pivot smash. I don't know. Well, to be fair, you want to be as fast as possible on your throw.
Okay, so this is what I was doing. Watch what I was doing.
Sure. Right. So he had time to preset it. Yeah. So you want to be if they're at kill percent. If I'm at 70% on Dreamland and I'm here and you get the grab, I want you to forward throw instant pivot
so
smash.
Slow.
Yeah.
That was slow.
Yeah. So you need to be super fast out of it, right?
Yeah.
My puff is gonna because I'm used to the Martha of down away DI. It's gonna be harder to get that on me.
Oh yeah, of course. So I heard like you can like run in and down smash. Maybe?
I wouldn't worry about that right now, just because it's gonna be pretty rare that you're gonna be fighting a puff.
Yeah. Someone told me in my chat. They said think of it as Jigglypuff's up throw on Fox and Falco. It doesn't work if you DI it. So try to throw so quickly that she's not ready for it. And they were like, stop pummeling and throw her. And
pummeling can be a good way to like mind game them. Where I do this thing.
And then throw them like that.
It depends. So you can pummel, and they can be like, oh, maybe he's gonna down throw this time, or like, you'll just get used to it, right? Of like just mixing it up. But yeah, I'll do this thing where I'll like hold here. And he's like, oh, so he's gonna go for down throw this time, and I forward throw anyway, and then I just get it. And I can't tell you how many times that works. So many times against every puff. It's just like.
Oh, really? So okay, so what you.
Yeah, Matt, I'm done.
So if you're here, they think, oh, he's setting up the down throw, and then you forward throw.
Exactly, yeah.
I tried doing that against Pikachu. I'll grab here and instantly throw forward, and they're holding
for this DI, right?
This DI, and then it's just a tipper. Now, I mean, on this stage, that's not gonna do much, but on like Yoshi's,
that's a kill.
If they're because then they try to adjust the DI and then die.
Right. So
I do like that one.
That's all good information. So I want you to get used to grabbing. And then let's talk about percent in this matchup. More specifically, your percent. Now, every puff and all because of H-Box. If you're at 0, they're not going to go for pound, right? Because it's not going to knock down. But so many of them are going to go.
I did not know that.
Okay, so that's good. So many of them are going for a hit, then they get the hit, and then they come in pound, right? because the pound is the move that's gonna open you up. That's how they're
Okay.
gonna get their big money follow-ups,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I want you to think of back air as not that big of a threat.
Okay. Back air's not a threat.
Yeah, just if you see this, just be in your walling mode, right?
Just wall.
Yeah,
Wall back.
in your head, if you're at a percent from like any percent after 0 to 50, basically, I want you to have the constantly in your head playing watch out for pound, watch out for pound, watch out for pound.
Okay. What? So around 50, will they stop pounding?
Generally, yeah, they're not
Okay.
gonna
Because no pound well enough to know when it's not good anymore. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna be that beneficial at that point, but at earlier percents, it's gonna be more
Yeah,
like
'cause
a
now
combo
I'm
tool.
out.
Yeah, now you're out. Now they're gonna.
Yeah.
Now back air is more of a threat, right? Once you're at that higher percent, because it's actually gonna send you farther. But from like 10 to 50, I would say watch out for pound. And the more it's in your head, the more you're gonna get used to spacing around it. And the way you see me space around it is if I'll punish it based off of puffs percent, right? So if I whiff a pound right now, nair that, right?
Nair.
Because, yeah, it has that extra lunge. Yep. And ID had a way on that, but you can get like so good early follow-ups on puff just by
So
just, like,
something
arrow
I
rushing.
realized I was doing,
Moki. Yeah.
another like a sports analogy. You know, if a player like hits what could be a home run, sometimes they watch it when they should be like running the base.
Right.
Realize I'll hit someone out and kind of watch it as opposed to run and follow up.
Yeah.
Run and follow up.
Yeah. You can really pressure puff. At this percent, I'd say fair is more useful now. You'll get the feel for it, but super early percent, you'll always see me go for nair. Because it just links into another nair, or maybe an F smash, or maybe then you go for a series of fairs. And most puffs aren't that good at DIing, I'm just gonna say. So you can get some long strings on them. Now, once you're at a higher percent, that's when back air actually becomes more of a threat. So that's when you actually have to respect it. Higher percents, they'll also go for drill, right? Because drill will link into up smash or grab, right? And the way you combat drill, if you see them, because so many puffs will just go for this if you're high percent, I'll start spamming light shield. Because light shield, it's not going to poke. And that's, you just get out of there. Like wave dash out or, yeah.
Okay, so you have to wait for it. So go ahead and do it again. This is me buffering it. That time it didn't poke.
Yep.
One of the times I was buffering it and it came through.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my show's just getting small.
It's just small.
Okay, interesting.
Yep.
So it's not like it's gonna push you away, but it's not gonna poke you. Like you know how like Falco pushes you away when you light shield?
Yeah, drill isn't really that. Yeah.
No, it's not that at all.
Light shield isn't gonna poke. Literally gets poked. I mean, his shield was super low. I mean, if he's getting drill over and over, that means he just like you got to get out of there. Try wave dashing out of shield instead. Yeah, I think that's generally what I like to do.
Okay.
And then just reset. And now you know that they're going for that, right? So that's a lot of puffs moves. They'll also go for F smash at super high percent. If they see you jumping around a bunch, they're gonna try to catch that jump with the F smash. So
like right here,
yeah,
and like
nair,
and
right?
I'm like I'm gonna nair, fair.
That's a hungry box classic. And you can just combat that by I've shield grabbed, up B out of shielded him so many times.
Up B out of shield, okay.
Because like they'll just go for it. So you gotta know what the puff wants at specific percents.
And I don't at all. And
so this is
so I mean all this is definitely helping.
Yeah, I talked about this a lot with how Mars will like to F smash or grab when they panic, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, so if you're messing up puff, what do they do so many times? Is you'll be messing them up, and they're like, oh my god, I need an opening, right? And you'll see that happens so many times. Or this, they're just like, I need something.
They'll do that.
So your goal is to, if you're playing really well, you wanna sniff out that desperation, and if you get that and you punish it, you're on the right path. Like that's a really good thing.
That's good. That's good to know.
If you watch me play versus like puffs online, and I'm playing different characters too, I'll say I like doing this drill a lot where I'll say pound when I think they're gonna pound, and they literally pound, and it's just like, it's just being,
where you'll call it out.
Call it out preemptively, yeah. And it's just like a good exercise to know, like, be confident in knowing what they want, yeah.
Where in neutral, I feel like I've seen it, do you use nair? So do you use it like a little closer? Like, is there something you're calling out when you get that nair?
Again,
Like,
that's not more so positioning, but percent. So
Okay.
if the puff is at, I'd say from 0 to 20, I'd say roughly, I'd go more for nair just because it links better than fair does. It's a better starter. So if you see me versus HBox, I'll start more with fair, and then once he gets to higher percents, I'll transition to fair. Sorry, I think I mixed that up, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's gonna send you out more.
Yep, exactly. Now then, super high percents, I might go for a nair to like kill if they reach that kind of high percent.
Okay.
Around
what percent do you stop the nair? Sorry, what percent would you say
I'd
you
say
stop nair?
from like mid 20 to
130.
Yes, exactly. Maybe depending on stage, you start going for nair kills.
Of course, yeah, of course. And if they miss the DI and they're not crouch canceling, side B into up tilt works, right?
So I'm gonna say don't spam that. Definitely don't spam it, and don't do it when they're on stage. So many good puffs are just gonna CC that all day, right? Where I'm getting my side Bs, if you watch me play, is right in this range. It's when when I knock them off. Yeah, it's when I get them off stage or drifting back, and then I go for my side B into up tilt there. Or this is like, I get so many kills that way actually. Like it might be more than pivot tipper a lot of the times. If I'm playing like a really long set with HBox, I'll get my side Bs, and you can look at our set history right in this area where he drifts back. Just it's so safe to go for. Just catch him right here and to up tilt or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you get a lot of your puff training? Because I know Hungrybox refused to play friendlies for a long time.
So
where did you get your training from?
Mahone at Virginia Tech. Yeah, he's MDVA, and then Aglet. Played a lot versus Aglet. Who else? I
feel like Aglet messed me up one time in a tournament really badly.
Yeah,
and then,
he's good.
So that makes sense.
Toussaint more recently.
I'm talking like
Prince Abu
2018, 2019. Like,
yeah, the start of it was like Mahone and Aglet. So, and it's one of the matchups I got pretty good at quickly. So that's a lot of it. Also wanted to talk about recovery real quick. This edge guard, or the puff does this, did not work. You want to early up B that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what if she's just re-grabbing as you're recovering? You know,
like this, or
yeah, how far I can. You know, you're coming here. Can you always hit it? Like, is that not? Because that's definitely not. No, not like that. Back. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, so early at B as well, because I'm not getting full. Yeah. I'm not getting full invincibility like this. I don't know if Puff has a way to like lead stall like Falcon does. So early up B is still a good thing for that.
Something I saw you doing, if you get on stage real quick.
Yep.
I'm not great at this, especially on this stage.
Yep.
Push
me back, right?
I'm better on not Battlefield with that, but it pushes you back, because especially if you're on like FD or something, you can ride the wall. Your sword goes decently far in.
It hits it right here,
and it really doesn't feel like Puff has anything. Like, it's not a Marth, right? A Marth could just F smash that.
I'd have to really like call it out.
Hard call.
At that point, like, you have to be watching the Puff while you're doing that, right? Like, are they sneaking in, or are they like letting me chill? Because the Puff wants to be right here, right? For you to come back on the stage and then back air you off, right?
Yeah.
But if you're up Bing, they won't be able to get that. So you make sure you watch the Puff. Are they going to come in and try to snatch it? In which case, then you go on stage. And your goal again is to get center, right?
And it looks like you just hit them once. Puffs do not like taking damage.
Yeah, they take damage and like peace.
They automatically run. They run.
And then I get back on.
And then that's an easy spot to just like come right here, and then you know what I mean?
Reset.
If they give me like a little bit of breathing room, that's when I get on.
Yep, exactly.
So I noticed that. I also noticed, so instead of, it looks like you kind of gotten away from the back throw chain throwing and decided just to take damage instead.
It's so good, right? What you did just now.
So the reason I could have re-grabbed that.
Yep.
But instead, it's like no, just do damage.
The reason I'll chain grab is for positioning. So.
Okay.
If I'm like close to like the edge here or something. I'll like.
So is there a chance, and then
yeah, it's all for like repositioning or like chain grabbing into a pivot tipper to get them closer, to the edge for kill percent, and then go for like a pivot tipper. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah, aerialing instead. Aerialing
But
will get you the
these
damage.
low percents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also like
Nair right here.
Nair.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's something you just gotta practice on like CPUs or whatever. Is like even getting like fair. Yeah, that was great. Fair into up air is good. That's like a really juicy like DI mix up.
Fair into up air. Okay.
Yeah.
So something I feel like I've recently kind of discovered, and once again, marks that are you're trying to learn here. How much stun you have when you throw depends on your opponent's weight. Because Jigglypuff is so light, you can just move instantly after you throw her. Like you throw Captain Falcon, and you're kind of stuck there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just always shocked about how soon I can move after I throw a Jigglypuff.
Right. Yeah.
And like, I'll see you do things. I'm like, how'd you do that? And then I realize, oh, I could have been moving, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like thinking like it was Fox's weight, but she's so much lighter than even that. You can move so much sooner.
It's all about acting as quickly as possible from hit to hit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I know that's a lot of information all at once.
It is. Yeah.
I think the important notes are the percent things that I was talking about. Like, what does a puff want? And really keep in mind, pound, right? Don't let puffs pound you for free.